friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blend and I'm about to bring you a new topic on how Kenyans die in Saudi Arabia, or ways in which people die in Saudi Arabia. Especially, let's talk about Kenyans that have died this year, how they died, what caused their deaths, and things like those. Okay, so we will go straight to the point, and we are going to start with a lady that is unknown, and she died recently actually. And I believe that her family might not be aware that she is already dead. Okay, so this lady, she was working as a house girl, a house manager, and this is what happened. Okay, normally when people when Arabs, let's talk about Saudi Arabia. When Arabs over here hire housemaid, okay, it's like every house, let's say like 70%, or no, let's say like 90% or maybe 85% of houses of Arab houses have housemaids, okay, from different nationalities of course. So this is what happens. You find like someone hires a housemaid from Kenya, her brother or his brother or sister, will hire a housemaid from another country, maybe Kenya, Tanzania, Philippines, India, things like those. Okay, so you find like in one family they have maybe 5 housemaids from different nationalities, or maybe some from the same nationality, others from different nationalities, and they get to meet sometimes. Okay, so on Thursday night, Arabs tend to go to something like family gathering. Like your boss will travel to his mama's house with you and the kids, or your female boss will, the bosses go to their mother's house. Like your male boss will go to to their family house, like to his mother or father's house, and your female boss will do the same. She will go to her house, her family house, okay, her parents house, okay. And normally they will go with you if they have babies, because most houses that have housemaids have kids, okay. So they will travel with you like this. So if you travel, obviously you'll meet with if you went to your madam's house, to the female boss's parents house, you will meet with housemates from her brother's house, her sisters, because they all meet there. So if they have housemates, all of them will meet there. Okay, so this is what happened. There's this Kenyan lady that works in a house. Okay, so the other day there was a party in her male boss's house. Okay, yeah, like what do I put, how do I put this one? Like her male boss, like there was a party in her male boss's house, okay, where like the father of the house, there was a party in his parents' house. Okay, so the female boss said that, the wife said that she will not attend the party. I don't know if it was party or something like this. It was something like gathering, a party or something. So the madam said that she will not attend the party. So the lady, the housemaid, had to go to the party with the father and the babies, okay, leaving their boss in the house, their madam, leaving her madam in the house. She went with the husband and the kids. So when she got there, there was a Ugandan housemaid who told her that there's a Kenyan housemaid upstairs. She is locked up upstairs, okay, and she is normally not allowed to speak with the rest of the housemates. Okay, so this Ugandan lady told this Kenyan, there's one of you, like there's someone from your country that is upstairs, and she is normally not allowed to talk to the rest of us or to the other Kenyans, the other Kenyan housemates that come here. She's not allowed to speak to them. She's always locked upstairs. Okay, so this Kenyan housemaid got curious, like, what is this, like, why is she locked upstairs? Why can she speak to the rest? Why can she speak and interact or to the rest of us? Okay, so she went upstairs, um came downstairs with her. They sat outside to have a chat, and before they even started talking, like, they did not she did not even get to know her name or maybe take her mobile number, because in such situation you will start with what is the problem, or things like those. So before they had before she got to speak with this lady for for long, she was seen, there was one of the bosses who saw her, who saw them seated outside, and he called her and asked her, what did I tell you? Like, why are you outside? You should be upstairs, like this. So she went upstairs. Okay, so the other lady was left confused, like, what is happening. So later on, okay, she went back upstairs, and this lady did not get to take her phone number or even know her name. But according to her, the lady is either 25 years or less, and she is from Luo land. She is a Luo. Okay, she is the quiet type and all this. And one thing, what you people should know, if you're traveling to Saudi Arabia or to any Gulf country, don't be soft, like, don't be a crybaby. You should learn how to speak for yourself. Don't show them that you're scared of them. Okay, if someone is mistreating you, you should learn how to stand for yourself. But sometimes when you're standing for yourself, you should be careful, because you are inside a place where it's hard to live. Okay, so always you should look at how the situation is like. Don't start a fight in a situation whereby they can kill you immediately, or that you can't get out at that moment, or that there's no way to escape. Don't start an argument in when the situation is not good. Okay, so sometimes you should look at the situation and keep calm and pretend that you're fine. Then later on you can maybe run away or call the police or tell someone, let someone know that you're in a trouble. Okay, but don't start a problem in a place whereby that it will be impossible for you to escape, or you cannot reach out to someone to let them know that you are in trouble. Okay, so normally, and don't show them that you're scared. Okay, if you show them that you're so scared, that you're cry baby, they will take advantage of this and you will suffer. Okay, and those are the bad ones. Not all of them are like this. Some are very, very nice people. So you should learn how to deal with the situation depending on their nature, or maybe depending on the kind of people they are. Okay, so the lady went back upstairs, and the other Kenyan lady was left there confused. And according to them, her mobile was taken away from her. But before it was taken away, they used to deduct money for, I believe she was using their Wi-Fi, because every month they used to deduct 180 real from her salary to pay for the network. Okay, 180 real is like almost 6,000 Kenyan money. And I think that is not so good, because internet is cheap in Saudi. So they used to take 180. Okay, and so that was before they took away her phone. Okay, so now she doesn't have, she did not have mobile at that moment. And okay, when she went upstairs, when it was time, she went upstairs. Okay, and when it was time to eat, normally all the housemates will eat together in one place. because it's time to eat. Okay, they don't sit with the bosses. They will sit maybe in the kitchen and they will eat together, they will interact, they will, if it's their first time to meet, they will of course interact and know more about each other. And if it's not their first time, they will still sit as friends and talk, chit chat and all this. So when it was time to eat, the boss for this lady, the one upstairs, the one who is locked upstairs, her female boss came to the kitchen to take food for her. And this Kenyan lady in the kitchen, the other Kenyan lady, was so curious to know why would you take food for her while she should be seated here eating with us. Okay, why are you locking her up upstairs, and you're taking food for her now? Why can she come downstairs and eat with us? So the madam did not want to talk much. She told her that she is busy, she's going home, they are going home now, and she has a lot of work to do, so she can't eat now, she will carry the food with her. And the Kenyan lady asked her, how long will it take for her to finish eating and then you go? She did not want to talk and she left. So okay, after what was happening, after the party or whatever was going on there, everyone went back home to their house, and everyone went back home. And after like 3 days, 2-3 days, this Kenyan lady got a call from a Ugandan lady, and she informed her that that lady had already died. She told her that that lady had died already, and this Kenyan lady is like, which lady? The Ugandan one told her that it's the same lady that you saw the other day, the one that was locked upstairs, the one that I told you that she's not allowed to talk to the rest of us. She died, and we got to know about her death today, and it's said that she died maybe 3 days ago. Okay, so that is how she died. Okay, no one knows what killed her. Okay, and now you see it's confusing, because she was not allowed to speak to anyone, she was locked upstairs always. Okay, and now she is dead. Okay, no one knows her name, and no one got to talk to her because her phone was taken away. Like, she was alone. Okay, and the people that got to know about her situation were not in a position to help because of what was going on. Okay, now she's dead. And if that lady said that she will follow up on what happened, she's going to find out if her body will be taken back to Kenya or things like those. Okay, but now the problem is that no one knows her name, no one knows if her family knows where if she's alive or dead. And I believe that the family doesn't know because she did not have a phone. And the only way we can communicate with people in Kenya, the only way that people in Kenya and those that are left behind, like our families, the only way we communicate with them is through, WhatsApp, email, like online. Okay, so if she did not have a phone, I don't know if there was any other way to communicate to her family, because she was always locked upstairs. Okay, and normally they don't, if you're locked upstairs, it means you can't even go outside, you don't get to speak to the other people at all. Okay, so she's dead. And the sad thing is that we have so many Kenyans in the mortuary over here that are not known. No one knows them, or they disappeared long time ago. They just went missing, went mute all of a sudden. And no one knows where they disappeared to. And mostly they are in the mortuary. Okay, most of them are in the mortuary. We have so many Kenyans in the mortuary that no one knows them. Okay, they are not known, they're just lying there in the mortuary. So that is how this lady died. Okay, so if someone from Kisumu or from Luo land, if there's a family that is not aware about their about one of them who is in Saudi Arabia, if there's a family that is not aware of where she is, or she went mute all of a sudden, they should maybe reach out to the embassy or to the office, to the agency, and ask about her. Maybe she is the one, or something like this, because no one knows her, no one has her picture, and no one has her mobile number. Okay, so that is how she died. No one knows her name also. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next lady that died this year. Her name is Lucy Wanjiku. Okay, she died recently, not long ago. Okay, this is what happened. She was suffering in the house. Okay, she was beaten sometimes, and she was not okay. Okay, she complained to her Kenyan agency, the agency that took her to Saudi Arabia. She complained to them, but they never helped her. And ladies, this is one thing you need to know, that most agencies don't help. Okay, they will bring you to Saudi Arabia, and after that you're left on your own. Like, if you have any problem, they will not help. Okay, some agencies tend to block. If a lady complains, okay, of maybe mistreatments, they don't help. They block her or tell her to you know just stay there and wait, keep working, we will see what we can do. Okay, and someone is complaining of mistreatment, so some agencies will ignore, some will block you, others will just tell you to work for a while. They will check what they can do, and things like those. So Lucy tried to ask for help from her Kenyan agency, but they did not help. Okay, she could not speak her native language while communicating to her family. Okay, every time she called her family, the madam, the boss, the female boss, was always there to make sure that she is speaking in English, meaning that she did not want Lucy to tell her parents or her family what was going on. Okay, so she was always there to make sure that Lucy is speaking English, and if she tries to speak or to communicate in her native language, she was going to take the phone away. She will always take the phone away if she tries to communicate to her family in the language that the lady of the house can't understand. She could take the phone away from Lucy, and after some time Lucy died. Okay, and okay after some time Lucy died, and uh, that is how she died. No one knows how they killed her, because definitely they killed her. Okay, they did not want her to communicate to her sister or her family using her native language, meaning that they did not want her to say what was happening to her. She tried to reach out to the agency, and it did not help. Okay, so that means that she tried to reach out to the agency before she had already yeah, she had already informed her family that she tried to reach out to the agency without help. Okay, so no help from the agency. She can't communicate with her family freely. Okay, and she can't speak her native language. She has to speak the language that they understand, that is English. So that means she was not free. Okay, and after some time they took her phone away. Okay, if they take your phone away, you are in grave danger, because now you can't say what is happening to you. No one knows where you are, and things like those. Okay, and Lucy Wanjiku died, so that's how she died. Okay, they killed her. Okay, they killed her. There's no other way that she could have died, because she was already in trouble, and the agency failed her. Kenyan agencies are failing most of the ladies. They don't help. Actually, some ladies, when they run away and go back to the office, they are beaten up like animals, okay, and they are forced back to go, they are forced back to the same house, or maybe taken to another house that is even worse than the first one. So that is how some agencies treat ladies over here, some offices, that is how they deal with problems. When ladies are facing problems, that is how they deal with it. They beat them like animals and force them to go back to the same house. Okay, so if someone goes back to that same house, it's either they will die, or maybe they will have to run away to the streets and start living outside with no documents or things like those. Okay, so that is how some of the ladies end up outside, out of the contract, because they are suffering. The agency is not helping, the office is not helping, and there's no way the family will help, because they're here in Kenya. They can't help. They don't even know where you are. They just know that you speak to them via mobile every day, okay, but they don't know where you are, and it's costly to start traveling from there to come and look for someone over here. Okay, so that's how some women run away to start working outside with under no contract, because no one is helping them, and you can't sit down to wait for death. But some are not lucky enough to even escape, and that is why you see some people dying. Someone died, like Lucy tried to reach out for help, but no one helped her, and now she's dead. Okay, may her soul rest in eternal peace. Okay, the lady is a Sylvia Waithera. Okay, Sylvia Waithera was accused of stealing gold from her boss. Okay, and her boss said that Sylvia stole gold from them. Okay, Sylvia was killed and dumped by the roadside in Saudi Arabia. Sylvia Waithera was killed and dumped by the roadside in Saudi Arabia. According to the boss, she stole her gold. She stole their gold. Okay, now tell me, in Saudi Arabia, the laws are very, very clear. Okay, if someone steals, okay, as far as I can remember, if someone steals something, the punishment is, they cut your one hand, your arm is, they cut your one arm. And I have never seen somewhere whereby if someone steals, they should be killed. Even in the religion does not allow people to kill. Okay, you have no right to take someone's life if you can't create one. Okay, so I don't understand why someone kills someone else simply because they stole. Why did they not take her to the police station, and leave the rest for the police to deal with her? Why did they kill her and dump her by the roadside? Okay, why? Anyway, no one is going to answer me, because that is how things happen here, and there's nothing we can do, because some people are just like this. Okay, so according to the boss, she stole their gold, and that's why Sylvia Waithera was killed and dumped by the roadside. But some people are saying that she did not steal anything, and she complained of mistreatments, and at the end of the day, she was found dead and dumped by the roadside. Okay, may her soul rest in eternal peace. Okay, there's Ruth Nyathira. Ruth Nyathira died in March this year, and the family got to know about her death in July this year. So she died in March. The family got to know about her death in July. Okay, and according to the boss, she took poison. Okay, can you believe this? She took poison. She killed herself. In short, she killed herself. according to the boss, okay? If she killed herself, that is, it's not anyone's fault, okay? If today I commit suicide, it's not, I can't say that the people around me will report to the police, and they will also let my family know that God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, okay? If I committed suicide today, God forbid, the people around me, whether my bosses or whether my friends or whether my relatives or anyone, if I do something like that, you will, if you know that you were not involved, you will inform the police right away, because that is how it happens. You let the police know and let the family know, okay? Because someone committed suicide. But can you imagine someone commits suicide in a foreign country, okay, and you keep quiet? No one knows that she died from March to July, okay? So, and according to the boss, when people found out that she's already dead, the boss said that she took poison. If she took poison, why is that no one knows about her death? She died in your house. Okay, she took poison. You never told anyone. The family doesn't know, the police doesn't know, the embassy does not know, the office does not know, the agency, and everyone doesn't know. Only you knows that she died and she took poison. That is how Ruth Nyathira died. May her soul rest in eternal peace. The lady that okay, I have two more ladies left, and those were not killed by their bosses, or they did not die in their boss's house. So we can't say that they were killed by, their bosses. So there's this lady that is called Sarah Muthoni. Sarah Muthoni was killed. Someone was hired to kill Sarah Muthoni. Kenyans in Saudi Arabia, how many times do you have, to keep misbehaving? How many times are you going to how many times are we going to talk about Kenyans killing their fellow Kenyans? How many times are you going to make people be scared of hiring us? How many times are we going to suffer because of our fellow Kenyans? Because like some of us, when we go applying for jobs, they reject us because they are scared of us. Like they know we kill each other. They know we are killers. Or maybe we get the jobs, but people keep questioning us. People want to make sure that we have papers. People have to make sure that we are not murderers. People are scared of us because of few Kenyans that are misbehaving, okay? So Sarah Muthoni was killed by another Kenyan lady that was hired to kill her, okay? So this is what happened. They killed her, okay? They got into an argument. I don't know, they were coming from somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember well what happened, but at some point they got into argument. Now Sarah and the lady that was hired to kill her, they got into an argument, okay? And this lady slammed her head on the wall. Like she slammed her head against the wall, and her skull fractured, and that's how she died. She succumbed to her injuries, okay? That is how Sarah was killed. And then after she was killed, they took her, they carried her body, they put it inside trash paper or something, I don't know, but they took her body outside near the trash can. You see these big trash cans that are put outside by the roadside, whereby all the neighbors put their trash there. When you collect your trash from the house, you take it outside to the main can, whereby the garbage collectors will pick it from. Okay, so they took her body outside near the trash can, they put it there. Then a taxi driver that is unknown came, picked the body. No one knows where he took it. Okay, so I believe that they are working together, the driver and the ladies. So there's the lady that was hired to kill Sarah Muthoni. We have the ladies that helped each other to carry the body outside, to put it outside near the trash can. And then there's the driver that came to pick the body, and no one knows where she took the body. Okay, and that is how Sarah Muthoni was killed by her fellow Kenyans. Okay, and then there's another lady now, the last one. I spoke about her already. This lady by the name Winnie Moore. Winnie was killed by her, according to close sources, the sources that, are close to them, that knew them in person. She was killed. An argument, broke out when they were, I don't know, they were walking to somewhere or what was happening, but they were by the roadside. There was an argument between the two of them. They are believed to be lovers, Winnie and Saumu. Okay, they are both Kenyans. So they got into an argument, and Saumu hit Sarah's head on the road and she died. Okay, there was, even in the video, you can see an Arab guy coming from the car to check what is going on. Okay, so Saumu hit Winnie's head on the road and she died. She succumbed to her head injuries. Okay, just like the other lady that her head was hit against the wall. So Winnie's head was hit on the road and she died. Saumu was arrested. She's already in prison, and probably she's going to be hanged, but because that is the punishment for killing in Saudi Arabia, she might be hanged. I don't know, but she's already in prison. And according to the other ladies in prison, I don't know, I heard according to the other Kenyans in prison, she told them that she did not know that she killed Winnie. She did not know that she is dead. She thought, it's like when you get into an argument with someone, then you get into a fight, you beat them until they become unconscious, and you leave them knowing that they are still alive, but what you don't know is that they are already dead. So she did not know that she killed Winnie, according to her, and she feels sorry for what she did. She did not mean to kill Winnie, but Winnie is already dead. So you need to be careful. If you get into an argument with someone, don't do something that might kill them. It's so easy to kill someone. It's very easy. Okay, so that is the end of our video today. That is part 1. I will bring more in part 2. Stay tuned, and let me know what you think in the comment section.